Here we go. We have another Drive Days event 1v1. This time, it is aZapatos in the Mantis versus Flitz in the Dingo. We're going to see a lot of zap dashing, and I think I like the Mantis. I want to see aZapatos play some more games in the Mantis. It feels like a much flatter, more adhering to the hitbox of a plank car than the Sentio, but I'm sure he is hard stuck Sentio. Maybe after he tries out the Mantis, he'll change his mind. Flitz in the Dingo with what he considered to be the best decal in the game. Which one of them will have the edge? I'm sure we've had Flitz and aZapatos play in the past, so they probably met each other in qualifiers before. Flitz is going to score first. In fact, I'm curious enough that I'm going to go ahead and pull it up to see exactly what the record between these two guys are. Flitz and aZapatos. aZapatos, of course, making the Zap Dash famous. Certainly not the first to ever do it. No one's trying to claim that he is, but a lot of people incorporating that dash into their game. aZapatos going to throw a nice one as Flitz gets another long shot past aZapatos. A little ground pinch, actually. aZapatos unprepared. aZapatos and Flitz, it looks like, have played twice before, according to rlduels.gg. Once in the Turf Wars qualifier, so actually aZapatos, where he famously, started doing the dash and got a little bit of attention at Turf Wars. He actually beat Flitz in the qualifier for that. And he was able to win in the qualifier for the Fall 5K, or that might have actually been in Swiss play. So the last two times these guys have played, both have gone to aZapatos. Will that be the same case today? Well, so far it hasn't been. Flitz up 2-0. aZapatos yet to find any offense. I wonder what the name... Chat, does anybody know the name of Flitz's decal? It has the lady, the DJ from the Neon... What's that? Neon Heights? No, Neon... What's the super... Neon Fields? What's it called? You guys will know. Nice reset shot by Flitz. Buffy Sugo. No, it's not Neo Tokyo. It's Neon something. No, it's not Neo Tokyo. Wait, oh, she's also in Neo Tokyo, isn't she? I was thinking of when they have her as a DJ in that super bright, disco, nightclub arena. Neon Nights. Is that the one? aZapatos, a 50 and a first goal. Scoreless for the first couple minutes, but not forever. Flitz left with 0 boost as he tries to turn and challenge. Flitz able to make this save, and aZapatos is going to have to back off. So this kickoff possession ultimately going in Flitz's favor. Now to the skies he goes, looking for a tough angle. He could find that angle. They've been absolutely blown away. aZapatos now as a carry with 0 boost. Doesn't even have a pad to work with. He's going to just try and get a goal line 50. It's worked out for him as he's gotten the corner boost steal. Might be able to extend this possession longer. Flitz had nothing left in the tank to work with and just barely able to half flip to stop aZapatos. aZapatos now reset. This is quite the ambitious dribble out of the corner, and Flitz is going to counter on him for it. It's Neon Fields. Was I right? It's Neon Fields. aZapatos kickoff win. That flick is not it. Flitz going to be going the full distance. Ceiling reset. The mechanics look on point in the Dingo for Flitz today. Everything seems to be working as he spins behind the ball and launches the flick past aZapatos, who was trying his best to challenge early for the flick. But a bit too late. The light kickoff for Flitz. aZapatos, creative carry out of the corner. but doesn't get the finish and gets an awkward landing. And look at Flitz trying to use aZapatos' weapon against him, but he couldn't control it. So aZapatos able to get another goal instead. He was trying to get that landing wave dash that aZapatos loves to do. He ended up taking the ball off nets. aZapatos kickoff win. Just a front flip flick. Aiming to get the ball over the top of Flitz. Just a bit too high. Flitz now bumping on the goal line. aZapatos gets taken off the wall. And I believe has to use a flip to try and stick with the play. And he actually jumped back down after landing. A little bit of panic from him. If he had stayed grounded longer, might have been okay. Wave dash kickoff for aZapatos. Knowing him, he's going to stick to that a lot. The delay kickoffs will often punish him. Let's not go in delay this time. Flitz. Nice last second touch to prevent the quick goal from aZapatos, but he might be able to get it anyways. Flitz slamming this one to the corner. Still going to be pinned into his nets. aZapatos forces another save that pushes him back, and look at this placement from aZapatos. Just off the corner to get his fourth goal. 40 seconds on the clock. By the way, I believe both Flitz and aZapatos are probably live right now. I imagine aZapatos has that exact name. Probably doesn't need any more, but I believe Flitz is not Flitz. Believe it or not, that's what his Twitch is. As he gets a reset for his 7th goal. He has been pure in the aerial mechanics, always has been. aZapatos couldn't decide whether to defend on the back wall or from the ground, and the indecision leads to the goal. It's aZapatos RL for aZapatos, and it is not Flitz for Flitz. Both of which are live. Not often are players live while they do show matches, but today both matches come with players streaming. Reset from aZapatos. I don't think he's finding the way through. Even if he gets a demo, probably not going to get a quick enough goal to follow up. Does get the ball around Flitz to tap in, so Flitz just has to disconnect his controller, and aZapatos might be able to get 2 chips directly on target in time. Flitz. Can he give us another clip for the road? He's been so perfect in the air. Actually undercut that ball for a moment. Game number 1. Going to the American, although aZapatos, I would say, is both American and Mexican. Game number 2. Flitz's mechanics seem unaffected by playing in the Dingo. aZapatos has yet to get going. We've seen a couple flashes, but not enough to stop Flitz in his current form. aZapatos trying to go to the far post. Can't connect, and Flitz is going to have to launch this ball away. I'm surprised he is staying so aggressive. He's going to have a tough time recovering after not converting on this goal. He's rushed all the way back without any boost. aZapatos launches high off the backboard, and Flitz sees his moment to grab the 100. You see his immediate pre-flip to pick up boost instead of sitting in nets. Flitz grabbing a bit of boost to work with now. aZapatos backflip challenge early. Now he's aggressive with very little, but the boost spawns right underneath him. Full speed shadow as Flitz takes the ball directly down the center, looking for a nasty read off the side wall. aZapatos kills the dribble on top of his car. I don't think he saw Flitz behind him, or not behind him, but behind the ball, and flicks very, very early, something that he would not have done if he had known how far back in the net Flitz was. Bounce dribble now from aZapatos. Power shots. Crossbar down. aZapatos going to steal the back corner. And Flitz's possession is got a time limit on it here. Not unless he gets a demo. That was basically the only way he could stay on offense. aZapatos was absolutely going to take the ball away if it weren't for that. aZapatos now with 0. Wave dashing down the map and slotting the ball behind Flitz. aZapatos has always been comfortable with no boost, as he is one with the wave dash. aZapatos in the Mantis today. The Mantis does have the plank hitbox that aZapatos is used to using. He's normally the Centio main. I believe the Dingo also has Octane hitbox for Flitz, so it is just the visuals that these two guys are dealing with in terms of feeling out their mechanics. But they both seem to be playing their top game. Flitz holding the power slide as he gets bumped by aZapatos. What a clean first touch Flitz has. Can't get the goal line 50. I've been really impressed, though, with Flitz wall air dribble setups. He needs to keep playing that game. aZapatos, what an interesting shot. How does he get so much power off of this side flip? Didn't seem like it should have come shooting out of the net like that. But it does. He just drops the ball last second onto the front of his car as he flips it out and launches it into the net. Centio is not hybrid. It is plank. So is the Mantis. Flitz. He is looking so comfortable on the sidewall setups. The finishes haven't quite been there. At least not on this one, but a lot of the times they have been. And aZapatos 3-0. Flitz has yet to find his footing in game number 2. Big kickoff from aZapatos. Ball high on the back wall. Can be tough to not give up possession as you do your best to control it down to the ground. And Flitz shows exactly why as he sees aZapatos miss and takes advantage for his first goal. Kickoff win for Flitz. It's a direct goal. Is aZapatos doing his wave dash on this one? Or did he delay it again? He's delayed a couple times. Oh, did his controller disconnect or something? I can't imagine aZapatos does that unless he thinks Flitz is faking. I think the only reason why he ever does that on purpose is he thinks Flitz is faking and he's going to chip the ball or something. But I would quicker predict a finger slip up or something. aZapatos can't get to this one. Flitz has tied the game. 3 quick ones. And he's right back. I do think players could play at the top level with a plank hitbox. See some speculation in chat on how good it could be. For a long time, players did play with a similar to plank hitbox in the Batmobile. It's used a good amount in their LCS back in the days, but it has lost its fame. Look at this fake. aZapatos got Flitz moving. Now had a late flip. Try and keep the ball up above Flitz, but Flitz has to save. The next goal, very crucial. aZapatos needs a reset to try and score it. The bump almost was enough, but Flitz keeps it out. aZapatos bounce dribble, little backflip flick as he tries to sneak it in over the top. Flitz doesn't have a ton to work with, I don't think. Yeah, 0. Absolutely none to work with. aZapatos decides the best course of action is to just stay patient, knows that Flitz will be giving him the ball back soon. Try and use that possession to score. The long shot from Flitz will be saved. aZapatos deciding not to go off his post. We've seen a lot of players in this situation try and save intentionally off their post in order to set up an even faster counterattack. aZapatos just goes to the back wall, and luckily for him, Flitz dives and misses, and so he's able to get that same effect even without saving it off his post. So now the pressure on Flitz with 20 seconds. Flitz to the ground, gets 50'd. should have space. I don't think aZapatos chased him down, and he's actually going to catch aZapatos out of position. So close to scoring, but ends up pushing. Oh no, aZapatos, he just hands the ball over. This did not need to be a goal. This ball rolling at the back wall. So much time spent staring at Flitz. I guess he was worried about the demo, and it didn't seem like Flitz was going for it. But if aZapatos just played the ball a little bit quicker, I think he could have gotten it out of danger's way. 4-4. Flitz just drops the ball over to aZapatos. aZapatos might win on 0 seconds. He needed the dash. I haven't seen aZapatos miss the dash, but very clearly he missed it there. He was trying to get back underneath the ball. It was going to take heroics, but if there's any dasher who can do it, you're looking at him. aZapatos, little bounce dribble, cuts. Flitz throws the whoops, and the tie series 1-1. Flitz picks up the back corner, and all it takes from aZapatos is a little right to left cut. We got a 1-1 series. Game number 3. It was a strong start for aZapatos that held him through the entire series. But we see that again. A pogo from aZapatos to try and start the game. He's bringing out the mechanics. Flitz has that save. It took almost 3 minutes, I feel like, before we saw the first goal in game number 2. We see a similar amount of time between the first one here, and probably not. Flitz likely to turn this in for a goal. Takes the ball right off the top of aZapatos' flick. Delay from Flitz. It is normally a nice counter to the wave dash, but I actually think aZapatos still wins this interaction. aZapatos just playing keep away right now. As he taps the ball far over the crossbar. He's going to try and bump Flitz. Flitz demos him back to teach him a lesson. He's now going to go try and get him again because he knows the ball's already headed in the net. But aZapatos evades. aZapatos, high chip. Flitz decides to back off all the way to the net and able to intercept this flick. That is not the kind of recovery you want to see from aZapatos in net. He tries to turn and immediately challenge, but Flitz prepared for it. Had looked to get a strong touch early. Able to convert it for a third goal. Flitz slamming this kickoff goal home to help aZapatos out. These guys using cars from the Drive Days event. The event going on in Rocket League right now. aZapatos double jump. Tries to pull back for a 50 on the goal line. Flitz gonna have to leave this ball at the midfield. aZapatos fake jump just to keep Flitz at bay, and now into the air dribble. The resets does not get enough movement on the ball. Flitz able to get the save, and now has a pinch out of the corner. Make it 4-1 in favor of Flitz. aZapatos always trying to turn and stay on the ball. It's the way he likes to play. It's not going to work out for him this time. aZapatos pinching the ball off the wall. Wanted to stop the dribble, but Flitz just goes to the other side of the field. Great first touch, but actually, aZapatos' pre-jump is still able to connect. The demo from Flitz will secure the goal. 5-1 for Flitz. It was a good adjustment to the early challenge from aZapatos on the wall to slam it off the ceiling. It's a great way to counter those sidewall challenges, but aZapatos still got the touch. Flitz just had to finish it off with the demo. aZapatos kick out possession. We need to see those flicks from him, and there is one of them. Normally, can pick apart defenders with his flick. He does so again today, or at least just now. Flitz from the corner. Not a favorable ground pinch. aZapatos needed to get an actual touch. Seemed like he was slightly prioritizing grabbing boost as well. He wanted to get a shot attempt, but needed to be sure he could grab the 100 and steal it from Flitz, which probably earned him this dribble attempt now, but couldn't cut it around Flitz. Flitz the other way. He's going to be stealing boost. Couldn't get that first touch off the side wall. It seemed like that's what he was trying to set up. Instead, it's to turn back around and tap the ball to a big clear. aZapatos slightly bumping Flitz off his line and then slamming the ball top right. Flitz still felt like he could make a play until he got taken slightly off the ball. Delayed kickoff from Flitz. Unfortunately, taps the ball right back to aZapatos, and aZapatos has boost and ball. Roll in this one at Flitz. Hoping for a demo of some kind, ends up using all of his boost, and Flitz escapes. So now aZapatos in a tough position. No boost to work with, and he has to find a way to get this ball out of his net, and that will not do it. Does his best to try and pre-flip for the save, but it'll be 6-3 Flitz after the demo. Does Mantis have Batmobile hitbox? I think I was watching Rocket Science, and the Batmobile that Cuxer used, the original one, has its own slightly different preset. And then the other Batmobile, like the other cars, might still have plank. I don't know, it's very interesting. But the Mantis has plank. And I'm not sure that the original Batmobile that was added to the game still has the exact same plank that the Mantis does. Big kickoff from aZapatos, launching the ball off the back wall. Try and set up the quick counter. Flitz trying to go for a crazy pogo. So far out of the net, thought maybe he could chip the ball over the top of aZapatos. aZapatos just backflip and shows that zap dash. So pure. Missing this wave dash though. Flitz thinks about the boost a bit too late. So it'll be Zap with possession and 100. Flitz gonna have to defend with very little, and there's that flick that I'm so used to seeing out of Zap. We'll watch it again from Flitz, who's able to pick up a few pads on the way back to net, but when it comes out without much speed out of the plank hitbox, there's not much you can do. 113 km/h flick. Flitz has looked really good on wall-to-air dribbles, but aZapatos is not going to let him get one started because he agrees that Flitz has been too good out of the air. Now he has a massive boost advantage. Flitz has done a good job on the last bit of boost that he does have, preventing aZapatos from getting clean looks and surviving long enough to reset on his own, but he didn't grab the midfield now, so aZapatos will undercut him. Flitz makes miracles happen on zero boost. He does again to keep aZapatos from having a chance. Now if aZapatos scores, it'll still be a Flitz win. Look at the dashes from the dasher himself. Flitz up 2-1 in the best of 5. Like I said, the last 2 times these guys have played in tournament play or show matches, both went to aZapatos, but Flitz is trying to change the script. Game number 4. aZapatos and Flitz. Fake kickoff. Flitz gets the demo and now just needs to finish it off. aZapatos actually pretty impressive, getting anywhere close to the save. aZapatos loses this kickoff into his corner, but he's first to the boost, so it's ultimately going to favor him, and he takes a high-speed bounce dribble down the field to tie the game. Zapatos tried to surprise Flitz there. Seemed like he was going to let the ball come down to the ground. In fact, that's what I was going to communicate. But then last second, using his flip, would have been a nice counter to an early challenge from Flitz. But Flitz doesn't seem to be worried about Zapatos' offense. He's willing to let Zapatos bring the ball to the ground and see what he can do against Flitz and net. Ends up leading Zapatos to tapping the ball directly to an easy save. Zapatos, ball carry. We've seen those flicks from him before. You can also just pop the ball so high out of a plank hitbox. Nice outplay from Zapatos. It'll be a tie game. Flitz couldn't decide when to challenge and definitely picked the wrong time. Super delay on the kickoff. I think Zapatos is actually just delaying it as well as a way to counter back. And he's got himself a possession. I feel like Zapatos' camera settings are so close and so low to the ball. He hasn't been able to see Flitz at all behind his dribbles. And it's been a bit of an issue. If you could have a higher angle or a little bit more distance, you might be able to know what Flitz is doing behind the play and react accordingly. He's bumped off the ball this time. Zapatos just dashing his way back. Important to try and make it awkward for the player who has control on the back wall. It's really tough in ones to control it all the way to the ground. So even with Zapatos on 0 boost, he sticks around. Almost gets himself a goal. Now he's stuck low. Flitz shot missed wide. Does he have the recovery? He does not. Zapatos with the game lead. Yo, Biggie Smalls, 90. They give it a tier 1 for 21 months. 21 months of subbing. Thank you. That's some long time support. Flitz backflipping out of this shot. Zapatos trying to win a 50 with the Mantis low can be tough. Every hitbox taller than yours, it seems. Flitz gonna have a lot easier time winning those grounded 50s. Thank you, Loof, for the brand new Prime, contributing to the Prime till full-time movement. Thank you, thank you. Flitz, ground pinch. Waiting to see if Zapatos is going to make a mistake. Sometimes that could get you punished. These weren't the exact same situations we've seen in the past that I was talking about, trying to control the ball off the back walls. Flitz thought he maybe had a read and went all in. If he had backflipped immediately, bailed on the possession, and recognized that he had flicked too high, he maybe can prevent the counterattack goal, but trying to read the double from the crossbar down, which never came. The reason why he's down 2. Zapatos picks up the back corner, tries to play over the top of Flitz, but cannot, and it seems like it's just Flitz waiting for this ball to rush to the midfield, and it doesn't come quick enough. Zapatos, the wall dash into the landing dash off the wall that takes Flitz off the map. Flitz looking for the back wall double. You can only get away with these on kickoffs with a late recovering defender. Zapatos still almost had the touch. Flitz just misses wide. Zapatos is landing undercut. Gonna try and control the other side of the field. Does win the race to the boost, and Flitz can't connect on the ball either. So it'll just be a clean possession for Zapatos. 40 seconds and 3 goals that he needs to prevent. Doesn't need any more necessarily, but it's Flitz going the full distance of the field. The pogo shots. Ball's a bit short. aZapatos setting up a musty. Too far away from the net. Tried to cut off the wall to air dribble. In fact, aZapatos is one of the biggest proponents of that. He hates to have the opponent wall to air dribbling him, and you'll see him looking to pinch the ball off the wall like that a lot. Chat, we know it's a breezy, if you ask me. Just a different setup for a musty. It's all the same. aZapatos could not turn that into anything, but didn't need to. One more game, says Flitz. We're going to game 5. aZapatos versus Flitz. Game number 5, aZapatos and Flitz. History tells us that aZapatos will win this match, but Flitz has looked like a different Flitz than has played aZapatos in the past. And he gets a read on the early fake kickoff, a chip directly on target, and the 1-0 lead. Do either of these guys play threes? Yeah, Flitz and aZapatos both play threes and have done their best to try and qualify for their LCS. I believe Flitz has qualified for a ton of regionals. aZapatos, I'm not sure. I don't believe he has. Recently switching up his team in efforts to try and find his way in. Flitz off the wall for this kickoff. 2-1. aZapatos thought he could control the ball to the sidewall and grab boost, but no, he just helps in Flitz. And second goal. aZapatos tapping off the wall, taking the long shot. Flitz maybe didn't expect aZapatos to be this aggressive. Otherwise, he probably would have made a play on the ball right there. Flitz did make it to Gamers 8. Him and All Mid, with the help of Chronic for the ones, qualified for Gamers 8. aZapatos cannot get the first of what could be a long possession if he can keep Flitz pinned in net. And this is a nice wave dash shot for a third goal. Impressive as Flitz takes his trip around to pick up boost. aZapatos, it's a surprising early shot. Yo, Spuda, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you playing the match earlier today. aZapatos, kickoff goal. Possession converted with a flick. Flitz looked nasty with the wall to air dribbles earlier. He doesn't seem to be trying to slow down now. So he goes for the clip. aZapatos going to use the ceiling. Attempt to rush this ball back the other way. Pinch from Flitz? No. It is still a nice setup, though. At least one that he can follow up for a 50. The ball bouncing back midfield. Won't turn into a shot, at least not yet. Has to take the ball to the corner and is able to shoot down from the ceiling into the right side of the nets. Drops are activated. You just have to give your Twitch Prime. Then you get double the drops. Let's undercut slightly. That'll be the key for aZapatos, being able to get to this back corner boost first. Flitz is actually staying on the ball. Bit of a risk, but it might pay off. It's going to be an awkward touch for aZapatos, who jumps high as he looks to dash into the corner. Flitz can't connect on this bump. aZapatos carefully Power sliding around the ball. Flitz has a tight angle to work with, but aZapatos has absolutely nothing left in the tank. And so Flitz converts for the tie goal. aZapatos power shots is a good counter to Flitz approaching here. Flitz attacking the ball, trying to close the distance early and not expecting an immediate power shot. aZapatos converting on a kickoff, make it 6-4. .220 on the clock and a slight lead towards the player who's won every series between the two so far. But I tell you what, did not look like it'd end up this way. The way it started, aZapatos goal line 50. Flitz was looking unbeatable. aZapatos backfoot flick. Not a very strong commit when you do that. He's actually able to win pretty solid 50. Ball bouncing straight to himself, and he thought he was getting a demo here almost surely. So he drives past the ball, and what he was hoping was going to be into the dingo on the other side, but he does not connect with anything. So he goes flying past the play. 2-goal lead still, though, for aZapatos. Flitz should be able to put himself within one. 7-6. A minute 40 left on the clock. aZapatos quick camera check. Taps the ball off the wall. Flitz baited him into that. Flitz made it look like he was going to stick around, and aZapatos could get a quick touch past him, but he actually turned back as he had baited aZapatos into handing it to him. That's exactly what he did. Tie game. Scoring left and right. 7-7. Still a minute 30 left to go. Did aZapatos just own goal? I think he might have. It is quite the run for Flitz. Oh no, it is a Flitz touch. I don't know if aZapatos touched it at all in that low profile plank. aZapatos 50 in the corner. Another goal. Is absolutely a barrage of goals on both nets. Neutral kickoff. aZapatos able to control. aZapatos sees the early challenge from Flitz, tries to chip it around him. You've seen a goal what feels like every 10 seconds or so. But this possession threatening, extending itself a little bit. Flitz off the backboard. aZapatos had committed a little bit to the save, so I actually think he's going to miss the long shot. Doesn't get the demo either. Flitz will have a possession. Falls for the early challenge from aZapatos, leading to the immediate flick. aZapatos to the back wall, back down to the ground. Flitz will tap it over to the top of him. Nice and soft. 9-8 with 30 seconds that Flitz needs to hold on. aZapatos is such a tough position. Try and carry the ball off the back wall. aZapatos, long shots, not on target. Flitz lobs the ball up high, needs to cover this angle. aZapatos slams in a 9th goal. This game has been one of the highest scoring I've seen. We might have a 10-10 game, or at least a 10-9 as we head to overtime. Flitz in control of this crucial kickoff. aZapatos from the ceiling slams it to the side wall. Will anybody get it up in the final seconds? It is floating for Flitz. The catch and drop to the ground. It'll be overtime, 9-9 in game 5. Kickoff to the back corner for aZapatos. Able to play the ball away from Flitz. aZapatos going for a pinch. Can't control it. Flitz now with the ball. Backflip is sent away by aZapatos. Next goal wins. These two much more tentative. aZapatos not going to be able to get back, and Flitz breaks the trend of losses to aZapatos. He says, nobody beats me 3 times in a row. And it will be a Flitz 3-2 win. GG's! Thanks for playing Flitz and aZapatos in the Drive Days event. The winner is our boy Flitz.